Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Follow a Sketch Friday and also Off the Board. Today I am going to be using the sketch that you see in the upper corner of your screen right here. It is a 2-page sketch and I am scrapbooking 3 photos. Now these will be the last photos of my Christmas photos that I needed to get finished for 2019, so that is super exciting. I am going to be using this green Swiss dot paper for my background, and then I have some of these papers from that project pad that I've been using from my Kill a Kit with Style. So let's see what I can do.
Sauteed mushrooms.
All right, so I'm starting out with that dotted Swiss green paper as my backgrounds. And these are papers that I had to pull in from my stash because I did not have 2 of the same papers left in my kit. Now, I do have single papers in my kit, but I did not want to have 2 different papers for this 2-page spread. There have been times where a 2-page spread does have different background papers on it, and I'm okay with that. I don't always need the continuity across both of the layouts, but in this case I really wanted it, especially because there is 1 photo on the left hand side and 2 photos on the right. So I wanted to make sure that everybody knew when they're looking at it that it was going to be a one page, right? Like 1 12 by 24 canvas. So I'm already going a little bit rogue off the sketch, and I do that because I cut that red and white Christmas text paper down to 6-inch lengths because I'm going to go ahead and make that go across my page. Now that particular layer isn't necessarily in the sketch, so it's like sketch extra. So here I have that piece of paper, and I'm just figuring out where I need to trim it down so that I have a little bit of the gap of the green paper in the background. Now that's just white cardstock that I had cut down for my blocks of paper here on top of that green background. So I'm going to have a good amount of paper layers on this layout. And since I do have so many paper layers on the layout, I don't add a heck of a lot of embellishment. I find that most of my 12 by 12 double page spreads are kind of thinner on the embellishment. And I think that's just because most of my 12 by 12 spreads, like that double page spreads, I should say, have a lot of different papers on it. So I don't feel the need to add the extra embellishments. But I'm sure if we go back and look at my albums, we're going to find double page spreads that are just embellished to the nines. You know, it's just because my scrapbooking is very emotional, and it's how I'm feeling at the time. So I cut down the pink solid paper here, and I just cut that down to 4.5 by 6.5, and that way I can put my 3 4x6 photos on top of it, and it has a good size mat around it. So now I just need to figure out which photo is going to be the one that is by itself on the left-hand side of the spread and which photo is going on the right-hand side of the spread. So in the meantime, I am going to cut down this poinsettia paper, and I have 1 kind of thick strip of it that's going to go here on the left-hand side of the layout, just like it is in the sketch, and then I'm going to have 1 go horizontally on the right-hand side of the layout, again, just like it is in the sketch. Well, not exactly just like it is in the sketch, because I do not go all the way to the edge, but I actually think this layer isn't all the way to the edge. I think it's the banner layer that is. Let me see. Yep, it's the banner layer. Okay, so maybe it is just like it's all in the sketch. So now I'm going to use that glitter paper, and this is another sheet of paper from the project pad. So I am trimming that down and going to go ahead and put the fishtail banners on there as well. And I am doing the tried and true method of finding the center of the banner, making a pencil mark, and then cutting from edge to edge of the pencil mark. Now I am trying to figure out which banner was supposed to go where because I kind of lost track while I was marking the center points. So I just needed to figure out which banner went on which side. Now my banners are not very pointy as they are in the sketch. These are kind of, they're almost like they're stunted banners, right? So I am going to go ahead and place those down. You can see the angles are a lot less steep than what is in the sketch. So I'm going to go ahead and do it over here. Now let's see if I actually follow the sketch or if I do my own thing. Nope, I'm doing my own thing, it looks like. I can't tell. I just put my photos over top of the area where I was just working in, and I totally can't tell what the heck I'm doing. So I am going to go ahead and refill an ATG gun. Now I will confess, you guys, this is ATG number 3 that I own. And, you know, if you thought 2 was excessive, like me having 3, you're probably like, you're a maniac, Sandy. But I was in Hobby Lobby and this bad boy was on clearance for like $5 and it came with 2 rolls of tape in it. And I was like, that's a great deal. So I got it. And I do have to say it feels different in my hand. It's so weird because, the textured bits are not smoothed down from years and years of use. So it feels different in my hand. And this is the actual Scotch, ATG tape and it feels different. It rolls out of the gun differently as well. And dare I say it, I think I prefer the cheap tape, which is, I know, sacrilege. So I am going to go ahead and make something go across the page. Instead of having some sort of circular element, I am just going to use this cork tape that I have. And the cork tape has been sitting in my stash forever. It seems like I can use it and use it and use it, and it just never runs out. It's just lasting a long time. So I am going to go ahead and place that on top of the photo on the left-hand side of the page, but underneath of the photos on the right-hand side. And I do that because there is this big, expansive gap of carpet on the one on the left-hand side, and I figured this would kind of cover that up. And I was originally thinking for this big expansive carpet on this photo over here on the right, I was going to embellish there and have my embellishment kind of go over top of it and overlap the photo. That doesn't actually pan out the way I thought it would, but that's okay. You know, sometimes your vision turns out exactly as you kind of see it in your head, and then sometimes the vision just doesn't come together at all. And that's okay. Like, guys, I promise, it is okay. So I have this wood word right here, and it says believe. And I was putting it over here on the top because, you know, that's where the title says on the sketch. But I really don't like it up there. It feels wrong up there. It just feels like I'm forcing something to happen that doesn't really need to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and move that believe over here to the left-hand side of the page. And I feel like, you know, okay, I've got the believe over here, which is fine and dandy. Like, I like it. I need to build something else up on here. But now I feel like something needs to be over top of those photos. That white space is just too blank and too not fun. Like, it's a boring white stripe. So I have the gold word phrase that says peace on earth, and I decide to use that and then just make sure that I bring in other gold elements, especially from this Paper House sticker book. Now, you guys have seen the sticker book being used all month long, and it is kind of more of a planner sticker book. The stickers are a little bit thinner. But, you know, there's no rules that you can't use planner stickers in your scrapbooking, and there's no rules that you can't use scrapbooking stickers in your plannering. Is that the verb plannering, or is it just planning? I don't know. I like plannering better, so even if that's wrong, I like it, so that's the one I'm going to use. Now, I do decide to fussy cut out these flowers right here, and there really isn't a lot of flowers left on this page that are fully intact. Like, they're they're being cut off at awkward angles. So I just need to make sure while I'm fussy cutting them, I'm going to be able to tuck them into places where I can kind of camouflage the fact that these are not full intact flowers. So it's definitely not something that I could use just to like plop on the page. They all have to be tucked under something somewhere so you don't see it. Now, unfortunately, the sketch is kind of covering up some of the layout there, but you know what? That's just what happens when you do a two-page layout. Now, this is half of a sticker that I had used on some other Christmas layout, and I just decided to go ahead and use this one. And then I decided I didn't really like how I had that lined journaling sticker there. It just felt awkward, layered up over top of the photo. So I decided to tuck it underneath of the photo instead. And then I'm going to take another one of these stickers and layer it over here. So I'm just getting a little bit more interest on my page with these little bits of layers. So I think I'm going to overlap this sticker on top of the poinsettia. It's just a round little sticker that says the best. And I know that there's thoughts that go around the internet from time to time about how, you know, scrapbookers in general hate things and phrases like best day ever or the best or things like that. And you know what, guys? I just got to tell you, you know, I've said it before, especially for best day ever on Disney layouts. Any Disney day is a best day ever. And really, any Christmas is the best Christmas. I love Disney and I love Christmas, and if I want to call it the best every single time, then you know what? I'm going to call it the best every single time. I'm not going to get my panties twisted because, you know, somebody doesn't think that they can have the best multiple times, because I think I can. So I am going to wrap up putting those poinsettias underneath of the paper here. And then I'm going to take my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, and it's almost at the end of the bottle. And, you know, I haven't been super careful about putting my bottle away properly lately, so it's kind of clogging at the nozzle. So I just use a stick pen to unclog it. But I would say out of the 8 or 9 bottles of glue that I've gone through, this is probably only the second bottle that I've had issues with it clogging, and it's definitely my fault, like, because I'm not putting the cover on properly. I let it sit out. That's on me, totally on me. So I am going to use that glue to stick on the stickers, the letter stickers that say Peace on Earth, because you and I both well know that since they are thickers, they're not going to stick. They're going to fall off. And since my layouts go into a pile until I complete a month and then they get put away, I don't need letter stickers falling off and not being able to find them. I just don't need that in my life. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I don't want it to get into the page protector and have letter stickers fall off and it say Ace on ear or something like that. You know what I mean? Nobody needs that in their lives. So I have these Paper House 3D stickers, and for this one I take off one of the layers of foam just because I don't have a tremendous amount of height on this layout, and I don't want to really introduce something that is going to add that. So just taking off that one little layer of foam brings it down a little bit with still giving the oomph off of the layout. So now I am going to fussy cut yet another one of these poinsettia flowers because, you know, I don't have enough, and I am using my Chamel, American Craft Chamel glitter scissors. Now, I don't think that they make these anymore. That I haven't been able to find them. I wanted to get another pair, but I don't think they make them anymore. And not that I need another pair because, you know, these are great, but I don't know. I have a collection of scissors on my desk how many pairs of scissors do I have over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 13 pairs of scissors on my desk. Like, why do I need another pair of scissors? I don't, but the desire for another pair of scissors is there. It's ridiculous. And I know you guys understand me, even if it's not with scissors. There might be something you have a lot of and you really don't need any more, but you still want more. And yeah, scrapbooking products, right? So now what am I doing? Okay, so I did cut that flower down so that it kind of can be on top of the page and it doesn't have to be tucked in anywhere. And I just added a little bit of foam to it to give it a little extra bit of oomph. Now I'm trying to figure out where this floral should go. And then I'm like, okay, let's pull in the scrapbook.com little word phrases. So I grab 3 phrases over here, and then I decide I don't like the original placement, so I just need to adjust them ever so slightly. And just that tiny little bit of adjusting makes it so much better. And then I think about where else I need to have word phrases, so I decided to put it over here by the flower. I mean, there's already tons of words over there, but you know, it's fun to decorate with words. So now I'm going to add glue to my wood veneer word, and that is going to ensure that this bad boy actually stays stuck down. There was already glue on the back side of it, but I think this came from Target Dollar Spot. So it just needed a little bit of extra. Now I am going to write my journaling right over top of this planner sticker. And the sticker does have a slight sheen to it. It's not a cardstock sticker. It does have some sort of clear, I don't know. It's not like a clear sticker, but it's not exactly like a cardstock sticker. It's that in-between planner sticker. Do you know what I'm talking about? So I'm being careful not to smudge any of my journaling, but I go ahead and get the journaling down on there, and then I'm going to put the date down somewhere. There it is. Nope, I decided not to put the date down. I must have done that after I stopped filming, but I add a couple little white dots with my white pen instead of adding splattering or something like that. And then that is going to do it for that layout, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me for Follow a Sketch Friday. Please make sure you join the Scrapping Reflections Facebook group. The sketch will be in the album section, and then I would love to see your take on the sketch as well. And I will see you guys again real soon for another video.